I am a collier lad, I said, and as black as any sloe, and all night long I'm working so very deep below. Oh, I do love a collier lad, and as I do love me life, me father was a pitman all the days of his life.
Right guys, welcome to the Black Country History Hunter. Today, me and Burt, cameraman, are taking a nice day off. We've come down the canal. As you can see, we're right at the bridge next to the old glass cone, the Wordsley or Stourbridge glass cone. It's a beautiful place to be. We've picked a beautiful day and hopefully we'll have some good finds. So we'll just plonk you down here where we can actually see at the light. There we go guys, can you see there? Actually a bit more. We'll plonk you down here. Get you out. Right guys, we're here. We're here at the old Wordsley glass clone and we're going to be giving our new magnet. This is called, from Online Magnets you can get these, that is the X4. It's a 400 on either side. It's a very powerful magnet, I've been told. The other side we're going to clip onto our security. So this is just to stop us from losing the rope and the magnet. So that then will get clipped onto here. Done. Now, whatever happens now, at least we can't lose it. Right then, first chuck, folks. I can kiss this. This is the only time we can, but come and give us a kiss. On the other side, mush. You love kissing magnets. There we go. That's the last time we can do that, because from now on, it'll be manky. Huh? Yeah, I don't know, it is now. Got to kiss your magnets, guys, when they're brand new. Right, here we go. Not through the window, hopefully. First one, and all the ropes gone in. Oh dear, right. First pull. I know, we just look. I hope the first gun's a Stig gun or something. You alright, lads and lassies? Right. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it had something then. I think the rope's a bit long. Have we got something? Yeah, we have. First pull. Guys, this is a strong magnet. It looks like the nozzle of a plastic injection machine. So you know when somebody might often know that's a nozzle of something, isn't it? High pressure plastics maybe. I don't know, maybe it's a nozzle from the glassworks where they're injecting glass at some point. Very historic it could be. If that's some sort of glass blowing. Oh no. I think it's a nut off alloys, isn't it? It's the safety nut for alloys, am I right? And somebody's used it to break that window maybe. Hello! It's just somebody over in the glassworks. We thought we had something interesting there, no. We'll keep you posted. Looks like that's the guys over at the glassworks just showing a bit of interest. Right, put that over there for later. All the scrap we'll get together for the scrap man. Second throw. I've got to sort this rope out because it ain't the best. It's a bit knotted. Get knotted. Eh? Get knotted. Oh no. I don't like knotted rope. Sometimes people drag them. I've had a magnet before, guys. It's not the first time, about 3 years ago. But I never filmed anything with it, to be honest. But I thought, you know, why not give it a go? We know we've got some historic bridges around here, the glass industry and that. And we've got a lot of history in the Black Country and a lot of canals. So it makes sense that the Black Country History Hunter and Bertie cameraman would come down and give it a blast. Right, this knot's got to go. I know that much. I don't know much, but I know this knot's got to go. If that may be the only knots we got. Right. Is that gone? I think so. I hope so. Yes, it is. This boat I bought for climbing originally. Remember, Bert? We was going to do that mine shaft, weren't we? Which is actually full of detritus. It's going to take us years. But it can be used for climbing still, I'm sure. Right, next pull. Oh, I felt something then. You can actually feel it when it clicks on, guys. You know, when it connects to something. Right, what we got here? Okay, second lot. Whoa, that's strange. That is weird. It's like a circular disc of steel. And another one. Like two big coins, but they're not coins, guys. And some metal strips. And again, so a couple of big iron discs. Does anybody know what they might be? They're too big for tokens. Maybe something to do with machinery, maybe glass making. Who knows, guys? If you've got any ideas, let us know in the comments. Right, next throw. Next throw. Off we go, folks. We'll try a bit up that way. You'll see it coming on this side, though. There we go. Ah, that rope's not knotted anymore. Let's see, because just behind the camera there is the wharf area, which... Oh, Bert, I had a big connection then. You can actually feel it bite on. Oh, there's some big objects in here. Big. When you get bites, you'll see bubbles, guys, normally, and you'll get oil come to the surface when you disturb anything with a motor. No.
Oh, nails.
Nails, yeah, a lot of nails. Obviously, tacks as well. Would have been to do with putting the boxes together, I imagine, on the yard. Bert, do you want to have your first throw? Bert's first throw, guys. See what he's got. Take my gloves off because I'm wet. Cool, use gloves in this. Your gloves will get wet, Bert. It's up to you. Do you want to put them on later? Let it sink. That's it. Anything? It'll be at the bottom now. It's just a matter of what it found. It's heavy enough to sink. It has got silt, so Bert's right in the sense that sometimes the silt is quite deep, and the heavier the magnet, the more depth you're going to get penetration-wise. So, really, sometimes heavier and bigger is better. Wow, what's we got, Bert? It's a flake of tubing. Oh! What is that?
Can be.
No, it ain't, is it? It is, yeah. Our first profit. Cool, get it off. Bloody hell. Well done, Bert. That's the first bit of money we've made. And it just shows, doesn't it, how they've debased the coinage, guys. That should have been silver 100 years ago. And now, what is it? It's iron with some nickel plating. Disgusting. The Romans wouldn't have stood for debasing the coinage, mate. Emperors have had their heads cut off to things such as debasing coinage, even by a few milligrams of gold. But now we've had the coinage debased and nobody said anything. Ridiculous. Right, we've got some lads coming through now. Watch out, Bertie boy. Right, guys. Sam mush.
Anything decent, pal?
Nothing yet. 10p mush. I know, man. Next thing is a big penthouse. Tiled house, line to penthouse, 10p at a time. Ready, Bert? What you got, mate? Very much. I like the way he's taking his time. You see, he's feeling the magnet. Because sometimes you can lose things when... Oh, what we got? You know what? It's dead exciting. Now, bottom of an old can and a screw. Yes, you will get loads of junk, and all this junk will get put in the bin, guys, don't forget. And the big stuff, which I'm sure this has been done before, but I can't see any bits of metal detecting, or sorry, I'm so used to metal detecting. Can't see any bits of magnet fishing detritus, guys. These canals are very old, you know, early 19th century, some even like late 18th century. Obviously, they were brought into this area. What you got? For the glass industry. So they were coming here for the glass industry. Why was the glass industry here? Can I ask myself? Well, I imagine the materials. Apparently, my friend was looking for some clay to make a kiln. And he looked on the internet all around the world. And in the end, it turned out the best kiln clay you can get is in the Midlands. Amblecote, Stourbridge, places like that. Which is one of the reasons why the industry came here. Another is we had the raw materials. We had the coal under the ground, which could be turned into coke for forging and for kiln and glass making. My hands stink now. And we had the workforce, because obviously with the population exploding, we had lots of ready work, labour. We had the coal, we had the iron, we had the industry. We had it going here, guys. And if the clay is here to make the kilns, we're digging a dump at the minute. And one of the things we keep finding is these halls of Stourbridge kiln furniture. Cheers, pal. Which is like a brick refractory. They made fire bricks. And that's what we're finding in this dump. And it relates to the fact that right over the road, I am doing a video on the dump soon, guys. It is coming. It's just taking a lot to do because we're finding so much there. It's dead exciting. Yeah, over the road from the dump, we're finding lots of stuff from the glassworks. There was a glassworks there, Harthill Glassworks, which is interesting, isn't it? Anything, Bert? Not yet. Next one will be a revolver. Cool. Everybody wants to find a gun. My friend, I'll give him a shout out, Northants Magnet Fishing, good friend of mine. I was on his live a few months back. He found 102 guns to this point now, I think. He might have had more by now. 102 guys, including a stash of Stig guns. He had a stash of Stig guns. Can you imagine? He made the news for that. And the police turned up, obviously. Anything? You've got to think, where would they throw it and how far would they throw? I mean, the bridge is there, guys, so obviously, how far can a man throw? You wouldn't just chuck it over the edge? That's a good throw. That's a good throw. I've had a bit of interest out the window there from the people over in the glassworks. They're going to show interest. I bet they're interested to see what comes up. There would have been another arm of the canal just running off behind us here, but now it's just a bridge. Now, I've said this 100 times before, the towpath obviously was for horses. So before we had engines and stuff, men and women would have to pull the barges by hand or use an animal. So the animal of choice was a horse, and he would be able to pull, you know, a lot of tonnage on a boat. And then when the motors come along, they'd pull boats behind boats. But whole families would work these boats, and they'd take it in turns to lead the horse down the towing path. And that way you find all kinds of instruments and kitchen stuff in these canals from families as well as industrial stuff. This is the perfect place to throw things. Oh, that was a gun then. Perfect place to throw things, guys, because obviously the cut. We all know the cut, don't we? That looks like the back of an old lock, really old lock. You know, you can imagine a big old Victorian lock with the key going in. That's like the back plate off one. Yeah, so you can imagine over the past 200 years, since the cut went in, it's been a nefarious place, really. A place you wouldn't want to walk at night. Because this was the way that the gangsters went. Bubbles. Oh, all right, matey. Yeah, another one coming. Oh, just the one. Like a wolf. Yeah, so they'd throw all sorts in these cuts. They'd go on criminals would run down, and if the police was close, they'd chuck it in. It was a perfect place to hide things, from bodies through to jewellery. This ain't going to pick gold up, because obviously magnets won't. Only iron. But sometimes, if there's a bag of jewellery, a cloth bag, or a safe, it'll pick that sort of stuff up. And it often happens in that sense. You'll get a plastic bag picked up because there's something metal inside it, and whatever else is in the bag will come with it. I found a gun once on the pools in the middle when it was drained, but it was too badly deteriorated. It was gone, worthless, rubbish bin. You got bubbles coming there. That means you've latched onto something. Like I said, it's got a 400 each side pull force, so it can pick stuff up, and it will. But at the minute, it's just getting small stuff. We've got a battery, another piece of back plate. That will stop the magneticness, you see. And, another coin, I think. One of the guys we watched, the guy from Netherlands, he picks up a lot of coins, doesn't he, from that. What did he call it? The money pit. Well, I don't know what we call this. The glass pit. This is the glass pit. So nothing spectacular so far, but, guys, you never know. You never know. You never know. A load of what? You don't know. Sometimes you pick stuff up and drops it again. Oh, shit. Give some to the gods of the earth. Tree with an nail in it. I know it sounds daft, but underneath the bridge where they throw stuff in. I'm walking past, you'll just go like that, will ya? You wouldn't wang it, just drop it. Because if you wang it, there's a risk you're going to wang it to the side. You drop it precisely in, wouldn't you? You alright, girls? Oh, lovely. Nice day for the walk. So, Musha? Yeah. I have packed smoking in, but I have the odd one. I have the odd one. Alright, lads. Need a battery on them. Right. Any good, Bertie? Feel anything? It's a mad hobby, this magnet fishing, putting a magnet into water to find objects that are metal. Metal detecting I do, and it's a similar thing. Obviously, metal detecting, when it comes to the ground, it's less. The ground's kind of like water in the sense that it'll sink stuff. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a bit of a cut-out fence, isn't it? So, you get them, whoever was making an extension there or in the building when they were redoing it, cut some of this off the end of, for concrete shuttering and stuff like that. So that's concrete, the bar in the rebar that went into concrete, maybe. Pardon me. And that was just a little bit over, so they cut it off. So that's a bit of rebar from concreting. Maybe when they were doing this bridge, you see how the concrete is? It is, yeah, I'd say so. You see this concrete, it'll have a mesh inside it, a square mesh. And that's a piece of it that when they were making this, putting this in, because this by right should have marks on the side here for horses that have compassed, and the ropes are called rope burn. But there's no rope burn, so consequently they've remolded it after ropes and horses have gone out of fashion. So yeah, it's really an addictive thing, this. It's strange, like, I've been with people got some years ago, and the really smart guys, fashionable guys, and as soon as they get, all right guys, as soon as they get their hands on the magnet, they just keep going and going and going. Nothing yet. We were opening on a Stig machine gun today. Yeah, and they keep pulling and pulling. Just that little bit of rebar there, a little bit of history of the bridge, even though it's probably 1970s, it's still 50 years ago. We forget as we get older, age gets older, everything changes. Everything changes but you. You're 1,000 miles away. Who sang that? That's a very old tack or nail, like a horse farrier's nail. Very old tack. Just the shape of it, non-concentric. Nice throw. Yeah, it's an addictive hobby, guys. If you're going to start it up, do it. There's the time, because people everywhere's doing it, and soon enough the canals will be clear, which is good. Not a bad thing, is it? I've never heard anybody complain about it, because how can you complain about somebody cleaning the canal? All this stuff we're pulling out is iron ore that's contaminating the water. Some might say disturbing the ecosystem on the bottom, but I doubt there's any, if little, very little, if any, ecosystem on the bottom. A few plants, a few crayfish. But they're crayfish the enemy? Aren't they like an invasive species? I pulled a shopping trolley up once with one in. This is my first attempt, or our first attempt at magnet fishing in about 4 years. Since then the channel's grown, obviously, so hopefully we'll have a few more views on the videos, and we'll maybe do some more. We're going to research areas, go and do the bridges, find out where bridges were, research and bring stuff up. What we got, guys? Lots. Oh wow, again these steel discs, very strange. That's a coin, yeah. Don't know what it is. No, it ain't, is it? Whoa, definitely strange. And then some of these big old, I don't know what them big old discs are, guys. Can you tell us what they are? Some bolts. Stick your fingers back on. That's a lot of it. We find a lot of them discs. Be interesting to know what they are. Some sort of battery, maybe. Battery cells. I don't know. What you got, Mush? Hey, oh my God. That is.
Whatever that is.
Is that a shell fragment? That could be, guys. It sounds crazy, but this would have been. I think glass was an important part of the war. Because glass, basically, with glass, you would have needed it for fuses and stuff, and for, for thermometers and for different kinds of things. And I think there was one here called the Dial Works that made thermometers. So I'm sure this would have been a target for Hitler. And they often followed the canals in, and they used canals and railways as a way of finding the way. So that there could be a piece of shrapnel, burt, and that's what did the damage. It weren't the explosive, it was the bits that came off. So that would have gone bang. So that would have been a big old bomb. If it is shrapnel, guys. World War II shrapnel. This is why we're here, guys. This is history at our feet, at our fingertips. Absolutely amazing. Well done, Bert. World War II shrapnel. Straight in. Can't believe that. That's banging. That's what we come for, really. Real history. Imagine that. I was told the story once when I was a kid. Got another piece. Another piece. When I was a kid, this bloke, he was in his 70s and I was only 20, so he was in the Merchant Navy, and he reminded me, told me of a story when he was in the Merchant Navy doing the Arctic runs. He was torpedoed, his boat was torpedoed. They never got recognised for what they'd done, guys. Basically, he's looking at his friend. He was torpedoed. A piece of shrapnel must have come up through the levels. His mate was next to him. Next thing you know, as far away as we am from Burt now, sorry, Burt, bang! He went, disappeared. Bloke's disappeared. And when he looked down and up, there was a hole right through the ship where the shrapnel had took a piece of shrapnel and just took him. Legs and all, just took him right up. Burt, I've just dirtied your jumper. So we can get it off, mate. That's getting worse. Sorry, Burt. Sorry, mate. All right, nothing. Right. Is that a fibula?
Earphone.
Oh, it's an earphone. Looks like a Roman bloody fibula.
What a coin.
That's a big old nail. Looks like one from an old wheel or old pram. Don't forget, this is a very old bridge, guys. Early 1800s. People have been crossing this for many years. Old prams have been thrown in. Bits of history everywhere. I thought that was a Roman fibula. It's a bloody earphone. But it looks like a trumpet brooch. The Romans used to wear the brooches, and that looks like a Roman trumpet brooch. I'm so used to metal detecting, that's what it is. But yeah, the shrapnel, man. What a find, guys. What a find. Great stuff. Dead exciting. Dead exciting. Come on, Bert. Give some magic. And then I'll have a throw after this one. Let's try over that edge again. I can't believe you pulled that shrapnel out. It just shows, even if this has been magnet fished, it must not have been done much for him to have missed that. I'm surprised we ain't pulled out the drainage that's missing from the bottom of there. So it must have been done. Most places have been done now. But they always miss something, that's the thing. Oh, Bert. Something big, yeah. It's come off now, but it's definitely in there. I think it's come off. There, look. I think it's come off. No, you say? Yes, it has. Oh, it's another piece of shrapnel. Oh, wow. And a windscreen wiper. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. That bomb shrapnel, I think. I don't see how else that would end up in so many pieces. Can imagine that hitting you in the arm. You know, I watch a lot of documentaries, historic documentaries, and I see cannonballs thundering through the atmosphere. But this would have been going a lot quicker after an explosion. You know, I'm surprised that wall's not peppered, but it looks like it's been rebuilt. You can see it's either been rebuilt or washed. So I don't know, but that looks like bomb shrapnel to me. That could have landed there after being in the air, bang. Could have landed there from being a big flight in the air and landing rather than being exploding there. Would have took out the canal if it had exploded there, but it's two pieces of shrapnel, we think. So amazing, man. If that hit ya, there'd be trouble, you know? A&R. 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 What's A&R? A&R. But look at that, man. Anyway, easy. God. It means nothing to anybody, but if that is what I think it is, World War II bomb shrapnel, you could probably work out from the curvature, if you was a mathematician, the diameter of it, and therefore work out. Somebody let me know if you're a bit, if you know your maths. Let me know how to work out the diameter of that from just 2 inches of its curvature. And if we can work out a diameter, we can see what kind of German bomb it is, or even English bomb. You never know. You just don't know. Some strange things happened in the war, and things ended up in the water for various reasons. But yeah, wow. Shrapnel from a bomb. Nice day out, man. Go eat it, guys. Got some. It's horrible out when it catches and then lets go. I've got a hook on the way, guys, a grappling hook. It ain't come on time. I ordered this. It come this morning. This one, I think 100 quid for the X4. And it's well worth it. I mean, for a hobby, you get out in the sun, you get out in the shade, you get out in whatever. Get you out the house if you're feeling a bit low and that. And it's interesting because you never know what you're going to pull up. We could end up with the police here in half an hour because we pulled up a grenade. I had that kid who had that grenade and he was banging it on the side of the canal trying to get the rust off it. Do you know what I mean? He could have ended magnet fishing forever because if they'd have blowed him up, mate, they'd have probably banned the hobby. Nothing at all. We're having a good go, haven't we? 2 pieces of shrapnel so far. You know what? You just never know, mate. You just never know. But this being such a prominent bridge within Wordsley, I think this would have been hit before, guys. We ain't the first people here. And you won't find the stuff on the side because the people that magnet fish have got people who they know scrapmen. Oh, wow. Wow. That's a wheel off a skateboard or a skate. A skate or a skateboard. One of the two. That little bit of iron in there, that's the that makes up the, yeah, you know what I mean, axle, is actually the only thing that's stuck to the magnet. It's such a strong magnet. The X4, 400 kilograms on each side. Online magnets, guys. I'll put the link in the description. I'm not sponsored by them. I just think they're great magnets. If you're going to buy in the RB, you may as well buy in properly. I bought one a few years back and it was rubbish. And I paid 60 quid for that. 40 quid more and I could have got a proper one. Glasshouse Bridge. This is, guys, Glasshouse Bridge. Beautiful sandstone abutment here. Almost falling in from the weight of grass and dirt behind it. The weight of industry that once stood here. If I look on the map here, guys, this is where we are now. Exactly here. And on the 1860 map or 1870 map, 1880 map, we're just about here. You can see the amount of industry from this aerial photograph. You know, this place was absolutely teeming with industry, guys. So we're in the right place, you know. During the war, this would have been turned to war work. They would have been making glass to do with the war, I'm sure. It wouldn't have been making stuff that was looking nice. It would have been practical. Everything was war effort back then. Right, matey? It would have to be practical rather than beautiful. Nice bit of sunshine, guys, I'm having now. It's beautiful, isn't it, Bert? It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
What we like. Nice bit of sunshine. Bubbles. Not Michael Jackson's monkey. Bubbles in there, guys. The bubbles are often a good sign because when you just serve something that's been there for a long time, there's air trapped underneath. I don't know how the air gets there. I don't think it gets there by being trapped as it goes down. I think it grows underneath. There's certain plants that give off oxygen. So once there's an oxygen bubble formed, if it doesn't find a way out, then it'll stay there until released. And obviously dragging the magnet across the floor, you're releasing air that's in the silt, but also underneath things. So big lots of bubble and oil means you've disturbed a motorbike, a chainsaw, you know, anything with an engine on. You know, there's some really old bikes been pulled out of canals and some really modern ones. Some mysteries have been solved, some murders have been solved by magnet fishers because they've pulled out weapons that have then later been connected to crime. One thing I'd love to find is the Burt Spencer's shotguns. You know, I ain't saying he's done it, but if you go over to YouTube, I've done a video on it. You know, who killed Carl Bridgewater, very sad. The mystery's still out there, and I've said that I will go along the canals where the gentleman could have dropped it. Anyway, he could have dropped it off this bridge. Anywhere on the way to work at Corbett's Hospital, he would have thrown thrown his shotguns into the canal. So dragging these canals, for me, is you're also helping towards hopefully solving a crime. Wow, sun shining, guys. You could pick a better day, really. It's been a bit depressing the last week, innit, for everybody, including myself. You know, not been out much, not been doing much, mostly on the Facebook group. Been doing a bit on there. If you're not members, guys, don't forget Black Country History Hunter Facebook group. We have some interesting comments on there and some interesting people come forward and do some really amazing articles. Again, I thought I dropped it and caught it on the magnet. It looks like the basket, you know, like the basket, there'd be a basketry on it and it'd be something like with a fishing basket or something. Right, guys, carry on. All right, mate. Yeah, like a fishing basket or something, you know, with a metal screw and that, I don't know, something like that. What we got, Bert? Oh, what we got here then, Mush? Wow, 2 big pieces of bar, folks. Oh, spoon, no, a fork. Somebody's fork for dinner. A big old piece of iron. That's it, again, it's not shrapnel because it's not round, it's a piece of cast that broke off. Why aren't pebbles sticking? No, that's been brought up with the cast. So that stuck between the shell. There must have been bricks on top of that, and it went like that and stuck to it. And he brought this shell up as well. I can go back in. And then, I don't know what that is. It's a bar. It's a piece of bar, isn't it? But
man.
but I don't know what it's for. But that's the stuff the scrap men like. Oh, and a beautiful little lock. Look at that. Lock off a cabinet. This could have been, this lock, I often read in the newspapers that cabins of canal boats are broken into often. So this could have been a case, I'll show you a case now, where somebody's broke into the canal, they broke open, you know, imagine Peaky Blinders flat caps, breaking open into a canal barge to steal the goodies, because families carried everything inside their barges, so they were locked, and they've ripped it open, You know, and the people have come back, found their goods, have gone, found the lock broken, threw in the canal in a despair. You know, 150 years later, we're pulling it out. Yeah, I know I'm making this facts fit the story, but it's amazing to me. That could have been a lock from a little cabin on a little navvy boat. It's been broken into 150 years ago. Right, guys, thanks for watching. Goodbye from me and Bert. That's our first little day magnet fishing. Not going to kiss it again. Been a great magnet so far. Oh, it's unscrewing itself. Need to put some glue on that. You have to get some Loctite glue on it, so you have to be careful that we could have lost that today. That would have been a shame. £100 up a suffy. But yeah, X4 online magnets, like I said, description down below. Brilliant magnet. So far, this is our first magnet fishing video. Well, I've done a couple many years ago, but we're going to find some interesting places to go. Historic places, maybe even Woolwich, Arsenal Barracks, places like that. Places where we're going to try and find grenades and stuff like that. We want some interesting finds for you folks. In the Black Country if possible, but who knows. So yeah, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Bert.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, folks. Love you, love ya. See you on the next one. See you on the next one.
All bells in paradise, I heard them ring. Bits gold on the outside and silver within.